the word le has another pronunciation which is yue, means music. So I guess I had that since I was born. Yes.
Who is your enlightenment teacher?
My mom. My mom is my first music teacher. She bought me this toy piano, and I just started playing on it when I was a month old, I think. Yeah.
How did you start your music journey?
From that point onwards. So in Chinese traditions, when you're a month old, like parents put a lot of things on the floors for you to pick. So there are books, pen, money, toy piano, and so many other stuff. So somehow I went to that toy piano and played it. So I guess the journey starts from there. Yes.
So who is your biggest musical influence?
Who is my There are a few. One of them is Dr. John Sharpley, who gave me the best education that I ever can receive. And I would say there are many figures in the history, like Jesus Christ, like Beethoven, who gave me tremendous influence as well. Yeah.
So who is your favorite composer?
I like Chopin, I like Beethoven, Schumann. So if you want me to pick one, that would be Chopin. And because in Chinese ancient culture, there's this poetry, and I found some similarities between the poetry and Chopin's music. Yeah.
You mentioned about the similarities between Chopin and Chinese poetry.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about ancient Chinese poetry?
Well, I think the ancient Chinese is a bit different from the modern Mandarin now. So the way people think and the way people speak is very different. So also it is highly descriptive, and usually when you say how old are you or how are you, they just use one word to say it. So it's very, very descriptive and has a lot of depth in it.
I see. So tell us what this means to you, writing poems.
To capture the moment, to capture the presence, and to not let it go. Because if I don't write it down, it will just be gone by the next second or the next day. So I have to write it down. Yeah.
It must be natural for you to compose music and write poems. What is the drive?
The drive is to do something, I guess, for people to remember, not me, but my work after 100 years old. So it has nothing to do with me, but my work. Yeah.
When and how you usually write?
I usually write at late night, so I guess it's very quiet, so I can think. And when I write poetry, I usually wrote from my own experience. And when I write music, I usually write both lyrics and music at the same time. So basically, it's very spontaneous, and I had to experience that, hence to write it. Yeah.
I see. This concert is named the Chen's Poetic Case, Poetry in Piano Improvisation. Tell us about your definition of improvisation.
Improvisation, right now I'm improvising. So this is something spontaneous, instinctive, and you don't actually plan for it, but you just go for it. It is almost something out of this order, that you can create something really magical, but not something you can plan or something you can just calculate. Yeah.
That's interesting. How do you usually make an improvisation on piano?
Just by moving my fingers, I guess. No, it's I usually just think of an image or a person or kind of emotion that triggers me, and it just goes into music making very naturally. Yeah.
What does playing improvisation mean to you?
Similar to making poems, so it's to capture the moment and to make something that people would would hear my voice, and people would remember me after like years. So it will be something, my work will be there instead of me. Yeah.
Okay. I guess there will be someone reciting your poems with piano improvisation?
Yeah, that's correct. That's Carmen Winkler. Let's welcome her.
So tell us about you, Carmen.
So I met Love about 3 years ago through volleyball, and he helped bring me on this journey of something that's out of the element for me. And I've been in Singapore 1 year, so this is my first year in Singapore living here.
What is your first friendship with music or stage performance?
Probably when I was younger. I did a few performing arts camps when I was younger and just had a passion for trying things that were new. So I was never excellent at it, but it was fun and it was something new that I could be involved in and show a different side of me or a more creative side of me. I also had the opportunity to perform in the Detroit Nutcracker when I was younger, but as an acrobat.